How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some real creepy encounters that have been caught on camera. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious content just like this.
Is this yet more footage of the ever-elusive and legendary Loch Ness Monster?
Wait. Nessie.
54-year-old Richard Maver was competing in the Great Glen Canoe Challenge in September of 2020.
Hold up. Stuff that's already wrong. Large bodies of water. I do not do large bodies of water, especially mountains and the water is dark. As you can see, the water is dark right here. Oh no, sir. I'm not doing that.
21, when he accidentally spotted something strange swimming in the waters of Loch Ness. While capturing drone footage for his YouTube channel, Richard Outdoors, the camera picked up something swimming in the shallow waters near the shoreline. At first, Maver didn't notice anything in the water. It wasn't until he uploaded the footage that a few keen-eyed viewers spotted the strange shape. Take a look.
Where is that? I don't see nothing. Wait. I don't see nothing.
As you can see, there's a long object floating in the water.
It
does indeed resemble the classic depiction of the Loch Ness Monster. A long neck with a broad body and fins.
Loch Ness Monster, that's a log.
Maver told the Daily Mirror that he couldn't believe what he had captured. He had to rewind the footage several times before the sighting finally sank in.
Yo, that's a log. Or maybe not.
Some analysts have suggested it might just be a log floating in the water, or even an optical illusion caused by the waves.
It's a log.
However, Nessie dieharders are certain this is yet another piece of evidence that an ancient cryptid is living in the murky waters of Loch Ness.
The log. This monster. Get it?
Are you that person at parties that corners people in the kitchen just to talk about Bigfoot?
Bro, that's a scary image. That's crazy. Wow.
Or the rake? Well, set your eyeballs to mild amusement because we've got a t-shirt just for you. Check out our low-key cryptid enthusiast design. This is actually one of our most popular that lives in...
Just check them out if you guys are interested.
In November 2021, an Oregon local was...
Alright. To let you guys know, I am not scared. I am terrified of the dark, of deep places like the ocean, and I do not like dark places. I am terrified of dark places. I do not like them at all. I do not like them at all, sir. I don't. Especially highways when it's dark, super dark, like this. No lights, no nothing. I am terrified. Unless you got like a big old flashlight with you. Yeah.
Was driving down a rural road at nighttime with their grandkids when they spotted something eerie on the side of the road. They uploaded the strange footage to their TikTok account, Carolyn Unn 1984, for all to see.
Okay.
What's behind that?
Behind the tree. Yo, I can see it. What is that?
As you can see, a shadowy figure is lurking behind a tree on the side of the road.
There. It's peeking out too. Bro.
The uploader has no idea what it is and with good reason didn't want to approach it to find out. When the footage went live, it quickly went viral, racking up millions of views, with thousands of comments speculating on the strange sighting.
What is that?
Some said it was a Sasquatch, a skinwalker, a shadow person, or even just a creepy person lurking in a hoodie. Given that the uploader was with their grandkids...
That's not a creepy person in a hoodie. You could easily tell if somebody's wearing a hoodie. You could easily tell with that. But with this, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know. I don't know. This is not good.
None of these suggestions bode well. One of the most suggested theories is a hide-behind. Hide-behinds are mysterious beings rooted in North American folklore. Accounts from early settlers tell of loggers going missing while out in the woods. Woodcutters were failing to return to camp en masse, and villagers blamed the hide-behinds. Legends say they're nocturnal creatures with the ability to conceal themselves behind almost any object. They're said to hunt humans for food, with their diet mainly consisting of innards. The Oregon...
Hold up. Innards. You mean like stomachs, kidneys, livers, hearts, lungs? Those innards? Yeah.
sighting certainly does match the description of a hide-behind in many ways. So could this be one of the first real pieces of evidence that these legendary cryptids really do exist?
Alright.
What is that?
Alright. We're gonna skip through the ad as soon as it comes up.
Don't overpay for camera gear. This
Yeah.
tool can save you money.
Blah,
It's a
blah, blah.
browser extension.
Alright. On to the next clip.
In August of 2010, the Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology was conducting a deep-sea dive when they filmed something mysterious in the waters of Sagami Bay,
What does it say?
southwest of Tokyo. As the Hyper Dolphin ROV explored the murky depths, cameras were rolling, capturing images of the deep-sea habitat.
A fish that go
At first, everything seems fairly normal.
Okay. Like you saw a mermaid? Probably saw a mermaid, huh?
Suddenly, out of the gloomy abyss, an unidentified creature appears.
I've seen that. Where is that? I've seen
Its large, wide eyes are dotted just above a gaping mouth.
that. Oh. Now I see it.
The creature's solid frame disappears into the cloudy background.
It's probably like a underwater
When the
snake
footage
or
first
something.
surfaced, it went viral around the world, with news outlets running stories that a new type of deep-sea species had been spotted.
Yeah.
Some experts weren't so sure, however, speculating that it might actually be a case of pareidolia, the human tendency to see familiar shapes in patterned imagery. It's entirely possible.
I heard about that. You know, when you look at certain pieces of wood or something, you can see faces and all that type of stuff. It's real. I had a picture frame once. Well, a piece of wood at home. And it had the black streaks, the black little big circle around it. And like when I really looked at it, it looked like a face, like a very creepy face. I'm not gonna say like it was creepy. It was like screaming ass, but like creepy, if you know what I mean, like creepy.
Possible that this is just a rock with two well-placed shells, giving our brains the impression that a creature with a face is present. However, in the footage, it does appear as though the object moves.
Got a little hot, sorry.
So what do you think? Is this some kind of deep-sea cryptid that's yet to be classified by modern science? Or is there a simpler explanation? Let us know your take in the comments section down below.
Got a few more videos until it's like completely done, so
Sticking with mysteries found deep in our mostly unexplored oceans, in 1999 a bizarre sound was heard emanating deep in the waters of the Pacific Ocean. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, detected the sound on March 1st of that year on one of their autonomous hydrophones installed in the area. Have a listen.
sorry, Mike.
Codenamed Julia, the sound was so intense it was heard all around the Pacific region. Shortly after the incident, NOAA gave a statement saying that the most likely cause of the sound was an iceberg running aground off the coast of Antarctica. When the sound was released to the public, speculation ran rife. Theories spread around the internet that a giant, unidentified sea creature made the noise. There were even rumours of classified photographs taken by NASA's Apollo AA-35 that show an enormous shadow in Cape Adare. Estimations suggested the shadow was larger than the Empire State Building. The images, however, have never been released to the public. So, take another listen to Julia and decide for yourself what you think this bizarre sound really is.
You know what I think it is? You ever hear a lion roar? I think that's what it sounds like a lion roaring. And that, you know, they probably put that audio along with underwater audio as well. Or a whale doing its natural thing, you know, probably a whale or something. Maybe that, I don't know. Either it's a whale or a lion roaring. Other than that, I don't know.
A sighting on Google Earth has sparked debate as to whether the mythic beast known as the Kraken really does exist.
Wait a minute. The Kraken, man. There's so many movies and so many different cartoons that depict the Kraken. You know, some say it's an octopus, some say it's a monster with octopus limbs. We don't know for sure, sorry. We don't know for sure, so...
Kraken is an enormous squid-like sea monster that has origins in Scandinavian folklore. Historians believe that tales of the mythic beast were born after fishermen spotted giant squid out at sea. Over hundreds of years, hyperbole grew the beast larger and larger, until fishermen told tales of a legendary cryptid that could take out a full-sized trawler and all its men in one fell swoop.
Whoa.
Looking on Google Earth, several miles off the coast of Deception Island, close to the Antarctic Peninsula, something strange can be seen in the water. If we zoom into these coordinates, a partially lit up object appears to be surfacing in the water.
What the heck is that?
While the object really only looks like a big brown blob, whatever it is creating an enormous wake.
Yeah.
According to Google Earth's measuring tool, the wake is over 250 meters wide. Nobody really knows what this thing is, but theories have suggested the Kraken, a submerged alien craft, or even a plesiosaur, a large marine reptile that existed in the early part of the Jurassic period. Given how remote this location is, some believe there really could be an ancient reptile living in these waters. Or perhaps the legendary-sized squid, the Kraken.
The Kraken.
This strange little TikTok was uploaded by Animal Wiki. It was allegedly filmed in a rural mountain range in Japan. Watch what?
Hold on. Before it even starts, you can easily tell this body right here. That's so fake. It is so fake. I mean, look at it. It's not a baby dragon. It's a well CGI'd, clipped and paste object. Because if anything is in the water, anything, you can tell that is real by the way the water moves. Just watch close.
What was caught on camera? The clip is only brief, but shows a small dragon-like creature swimming in a stream.
That's so fake, man.
While the majority of viewers think the clip is just a hoax, it's strange that cultures all around the world have dragons embedded in their mythology. For thousands of years, disparate civilizations across the globe have believed in dragons in some form or another. In medieval Europe, dragons were large, winged, fire-breathing creatures to be conquered on quests. However, in ancient China, dragons were believed to control the weather, guarding heaven and earth against outside forces. So why were these creatures believed to be real for so long? Could there be a thread of truth running through the mythology of these ancient cultures? Adrian Mayer, a professor at Stanford University, believes that fossilized dinosaur bones may have seeded folk tales about dragons and other legendary beasts like griffins. Ancient cultures around the world most likely encountered dinosaur bones, then verbal stories and written tales would have perpetuated the myths about dragons. So while this short clip is most likely fake, it's interesting to see how new mediums spring up that help perpetuate myths and legends around the world even today.
Wow. That's it. Totally.
In April 2021, an owner of a homestead in Birch Bay, Washington, captured something truly mysterious on one of his trail cams. He uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel, Jimmy B Trail Cams, for all to see. Take a look.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Captured just before 9 PM on one of the trail cams placed deep in the woods, we can see a large figure walk from left to right. Whatever it is, its enormous stature becomes apparent when it lumbers behind a row of trees.
Bro, that's Bigfoot for real. That's a big old shadow. Or something.
Eerily, just a few weeks later in May, 4 trail cams placed around the property went missing. Some viewers speculated that it might just be a hunter in a ghillie suit, and that they spotted the trail cams dotted around the property and decided to steal them.
Nah, they ain't no man in a ghillie suit. The way he looks, I mean, look. The way
Others
it's
thought the
moving,
footage was
it's
just
not-
a hoax.
it's
However,
not.
all the other trail cam footage uploaded to the channel features well-known wildlife like deer and foxes. There's nothing to suggest that this property owner is into pulling pranks.
Yeah.
So what do you make of this strange sighting? Could it really be the legendary Bigfoot?
Bro, look at it, bro. They ain't no man in a ghillie suit. You can tell by the way it looks. It's not a man in a ghillie suit. You can tell by the way it's shaped. You can see the arms, you can see the legs, and man in a ghillie suit, you can't really see the arms and the legs unless it's really blended in. Know what I mean? But look at that, man. And you can tell by the head. Head's right here, like a nice round shape right here. And it looks kind of like it's hunched type of thing. So, and a ghillie suit, man. Man in a ghillie suit, man.
Let me know your take on this down below.
Look at it. And then disappears in the night because it's blending in. Yeah, check out the video. That's pretty fun. I don't know the name of it. Check it out.
Before we take a look at a possible skinwalker sighting, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Go check out Saipan, man. Go check him out.
In June 2021, TikTok user Clax Attacks uploaded the following piece of footage, and it's been confusing and creeping out viewers ever since. Take a look.
Where is it? Oh, shit.
Hey! As you can see, some kind of large bipedal figure is walking slowly across the man's yard. What the hell is that? Hey! The uploader's pet dog is clearly on guard too, as it watches the mysterious figure from a distance.
Oh, no. I ain't checking out nothing. Cujo, come over here. What you doing? We see. We call after that. We doing that. Mommy, we doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not calling after no skinwalker, no Bigfoot, no shadow, no demon. No, I'm not doing that. I keep my blood inside with my Bible. my shotgun because, I gotta protect myself and ward out evil stuff. That's so mysterious.
Hey!
The TikToker was at a loss to explain the sighting, and it left viewers wondering whether it was a trespasser or something more mysterious. Several days later, Clax Attacks gave a video update about the sighting.
I looked over and I saw it from behind that swing set out of the woods. Walked over behind that truck, or to that truck, and went behind it into the woods. I don't know what it was. It was brownish red in person. We have a street light, so I figured it'd pick up better. Apologize for the quality. Apparently zooming in at night will make any phones. I haven't seen it since, and hopefully I won't, but I still don't know if it was a person or a thing. Whatever it was big, and it was in my yard, and I don't like that.
So he's not seen the figure since, nor does he have any idea what it could have been.
Right.
Theories in the comments section ranged from a Wendigo to a ghost or even a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are mysterious entities that have their origins in Navajo folklore. They're said to be shamans that conjure black magic. They use their powers to shapeshift into animals and even other humans to lure their victims in before brutally murdering them.
Right.
There's actually very limited information on skinwalkers because Navajo people tend not to talk about the creatures to outsiders.
Yeah.
So could this really be a skinwalker? Or is there another, more simple explanation? Drop your theories in the comment section down below.
I'm not sure. Honestly.
What the hell is that?
I'm not sure. But,
If you want to
well, that's the video, you guys. Yeah, so yeah, you guys, that's the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and